What is going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice. Guys, wanted to bring you another recap here. Colts had practice Sunday morning. It was a beautiful morning. I wasn't there personally, obviously, but we're going to have another one here going into this. Shout out to Noah Compton again for all the updates on everything that we've seen through all the reps. Do want to say real quick before we get into the recap, a couple things. Injuries-wise, no news yet on Jalen Jones or Juju Brents. Charvarius Ward apparently is dealing with some tightness in his lower leg, which is why he's kind of been missing a few more extra days, which is understandable. You know, he did practice the day that I was there, so obviously it hasn't been keeping him out too much, but the Colts may keep him out for a extended period of time. I don't think extended period of time might be the wrong word. I'll take a look and see what the actual words is. Yeah, just head coach Shane Steichen saying Ward is dealing with tightness in his leg, and Michael Pittman Jr. has a groin injury. So he practiced on Thursday, but is having a groin injury now. So the last 2 days has not been practicing. So again, nothing to really be too concerned about right now. When it comes to things like this, guys, again, these players, they'll deal with these types of things all throughout the year. And they're dealing with right now, sometimes they play through a game anyway. But obviously right now, with it just being training camp, no reason to go out there and do anything crazy when things are dealing with right now. So obviously, cornerback room still banged up a little bit. Wouldn't worry too much about Ward right now, though. Probably just precautionary. Same with Michael Pittman, too. Also, just wanted to say prayers up for Savon Ahmed, running back. He was tackled from behind today in practice and ended up having a severe lower right leg injury. He actually had to be carted off of the field today. He was in a lot of pain, and he definitely, it sure feels like his season is over before it gets started, which, you know, obviously sucks for any specific player. You never want to see it happen. You know, it is what it is. As far as comments made after it, Trey Washington made the tackle. Head coach Shane Steichen says this was a live period for the developmental players. So Trey Washington was supposed to tackle Ahmed, but obviously that was not the tackle Washington was supposed to use. It was a hip drop tackle. It was unfortunately a hip drop tackle from behind that caused Ahmed to have that issue. Added that Washington didn't mean to do it, and it was a mistake. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think a lot of people online, from hearing the first initial thoughts on that or just hearing that, were like, get him out of here, get his bum ass out of here, all this type of stuff. I think people need to relax a little bit. I understand, you know, this new day and age with the hip drop tackle, people are trying to get it out of the league and whatnot, but you know, it's already hard enough as a defensive player, especially for a defensive player that is trying in any way he can to make the roster or to even still have employment after camp is over. Okay. And these guys are going 100%. Sometimes you're not thinking about it. And like he said, I'm sure he didn't mean to do it. It's football. Things happen. Doesn't mean that the injury still doesn't suck. Like I said on socials, like I'm sure there's not a single person out there that's more upset with themselves than Washington after seeing that. Okay, so no need to criticize or kill the man over it. It is what it is. I obviously will send prayers for Ahmed and hope he recovers fine. And, you know, whenever he's ready to come back, we'll happily embrace him. But, you know, that just obviously happened today. So it was a little bit of a downside to practice today. But anyways, we continue here. It sounded like Zaire Franklin participated in team drills today, so that's a good sign. First team period with Daniel Jones and the starters in 11-on-11. Jones had 6 completions, all under 5 yards of depth. Also had an off-target end zone strike to Pierce and another that was off Warren's fingertips. Richardson's first 11-on-11 session with the second team was run heavy, 5 rushes by the running backs. AR hit Treadwell on a slant in stride, hit Ulysses Bentley the fourth for a touchdown on an angle route. Rolling left, hit Jelani Woods for a handful. Also was sacked and an off target to AD fell short. Noah said that Colts undrafted free agent running back Ulysses Bentley the fourth is having a day so far, has already scored on a Texas route against the second unit and just broke one off for a nice chunk gain after an impressive jump cut versus the third team. In case you guys didn't know, there was a lot of practice today with third and fourth stringers today. So they get a chance to look and utilize some of these other guys that they need to potentially keep on the roster. So there was more of that kind of day. Colts rookie quarterback Riley Leonard led an impressive touchdown drive with the third unit, connected with tight end Sean McKeon twice, once to Anthony Gold on a beautiful 25-yard fade ball, finishing with the quick hitter to Landon Parker for the score. Daniel Jones in 7-on-7 with the starters, off target to Mo Alley Cox. Then a Kenny Moore the second pass block, finished with 2 quick hitters to Downs and Warren. Hit Warren right off the snap while Downs motioned from left to right side pre-snap for the slant. I'll tell you what, that motion to the slant for Downs is something crazy, dude. And you're going to see a lot of that this year. Richardson with the second team with a solid 7-on-7. AR to Mitchell. Incomplete was defensive pass interference by Edwards. Hit Anthony Gold in stride on a crosser for around 25 yards. AR to AD on a quick out. And potential would-be sack turned scramble into finding Treadwell for several. Said Anthony Richardson's with the starters for the first time today. Drive starting from own 30. Found Warren in short traffic after potential would-be sack. Sacked by Pay/Lewis 2 plays later after a minimal JT rush. Mac tight end screen for 30. Intermediate find to AP to end it. Daniel Jones to AD Mitchell on a fade ball up the right sideline for a huge gain. Mitchell beat Jonathan Edwards in a 1-on-1. Anthony Richardson with starters in the last 11-on-11 session. AR's first 4 attempts were to Josh Downs, 2 crossers in stride, an overthrown slant nearly picked. 2 quick hitters then set up Schrader for the 55-yard field goal. And then Daniel Jones had the second unit score as well. 2 big connections to Anthony Gould. Drop one in the bucket for about 40, then fit one into traffic. Gould apparently had a big day. So that's really cool to hear. Gould and Doolin have had some really good back and forths this year. It's been awesome to see. But nevertheless, sounds like both quarterbacks had an improved day today. Now, again, how much of that had to do with the fact that Ward and some of the other guys were not out there again today makes you wonder. But they were facing a lot of the younger guys today. So who knows how that works out for them. But all in all, not a ton to really go off of here. It was more of a developmental day for some of the young guys. So glad to hear it. And especially since they probably didn't want to do a ton because this week, the Indianapolis Colts are going to Baltimore to face the Baltimore Ravens in practice, their joint practices. And then they are having their first scrimmage on Thursday against the Baltimore Ravens. So obviously more of a day where, they get a chance to just see what they got before they go in and start facing other competition. So good to see, really awesome to see there. But let me know what you guys think. And let me know if there's anything else you guys want us to cover. But that'll do it for this one. Thank you guys so much. And as always, go Colts.